Boy, have we woken up a can of worms. We pulled the carpet out after we got all the most stuff. Dad has been working on the rear end springs. I've been out adventuring out. That's the things to do. Let me show you what we opened up here. This is, wow. But we can fix it. It ain't the first time. Just a little, as we call it, some old car cancer. We got to get rid of it. So, because it is a sitting area. There you go. Well, you always felt like the seat was loose, like maybe there wasn't a bolt in it. No, it wasn't. It was out there. Yeah, that's what it was. So I'm glad we did pull the carpet out of it. I mean, carpet's in decent shape, but we needed to do some work. So I've started just roughing it out, air chisel, filling it up. The good things about these old cars is they got a full floor pan from here all the way. Actually, it goes way on back to here, but we're not gonna replace this part. This part's in good shape, so we're gonna go in front of this panel here. This panel here has a lip on it. We're gonna go just in front of that lip and cut it across there and buzz it back together. So I mean, you know, we're not restoring the car. We're just making the car, we're repurposing it, making it last a little longer. I mean, you know, it's a good looking car. So it needs, you know, we just got to make it look better. So I've started really cutting on this, and I was like, hey, I got to show you guys what I'm doing. And that's what I got going on. So just a simple air chisel, some ear plugs. So what we're probably going to do here is this. There's a rear brace that runs across this floor here. It's pretty rotten on that side, and we're going to replace this brace. It's got another one right here, but this one seems to be in good shape, so I don't think we're going to have to replace that one. But we have some toe board rust right in here. Not bad. One little hole right there. I think we're going to cut it just on the lip, all the way across the hump, kind of like I did in the Capri video. When I clipped the car, that's kind of where we're taking it apart here too. I don't want to get into these toe boards because it's just more work. We don't want to get in all that. We just need it more secure. So there we go. All right. I told Dad not to leave me alone too long, or I'd have it out. Now I haven't cut this out, and I haven't cut this out because I don't know what kind of pan we got. I'm hoping it's a full floor pan. I'm hoping it's the whole thing. We can use what we need. Or if it's the whole piece, I'm gonna cut this out and replace it all. But if it's just half patches, then that's why I left a tunnel there. And hopefully I left enough. So that's it. I think we're gonna have to cut these because we can't get between the frame and the rocker. Then we're gonna cut these across here and weld them in. I'm gonna get some rust killer and go on all this stuff, all these braces, inside these braces, before we put the new pan in. And there, I got a little bit here to clean up, right in here, and a little bit to clean up right over there. That side's real nice. This side's a little rougher. You can see the little hole right there. But all right, that's it. I left a little bit of a lip in front of that piece there to lay the new panel on, because, you know, it can't go under it. So just lay right on top of it, right butt up to it, whatever. That's what I got. Okay. Well, we made some more progress on it. We got her all the way out this time. Got her all the way out. Found a few issues we're going to have to address. Frame rot. I'm fixing to take care of that. Had a rust hole right there. The good thing is most of it's fairly decent, and it just in that vicinity there. And I got one underneath I'll do once I get on the lift. There's a plate in there which caught all the dirt back here, and that's why it rusted right there. And I got to do it over here too. So, and we decided instead of going at the seat part, where the seats originally stopped, we decided that the pan went all the way back to there. We decided to go on and do it all the way back to there because we had some rust at this place here. There we go. Okay. Yeah. I can see it. So I'll show you what we've got going on with the. We're prepping the pan. We're gonna paint it. This is the rear seat piece. Ford just spot welded it right here, and then they just at the floor pan just tack welded it ever so often. Tack welded. Look, he's eating lunch. Sardines. All right, here's my frame pieces. I already started making them out of the 1/8" steel. Well, I'm not sure how thick it is, but it's about the thickness of the frame. Maybe a little less, whatever. It'll work though. It was free, it'll work. And there's our pan. Luckily a gentleman had one here, local, AMD, was able to sell us a pan at cost, and we didn't have to pay shipping. So for what we paid for the pan and what it would have cost to get here is what it cost us. And when, you know, Uncle Sam didn't get nothing off this. Well, yeah, he did from Jeff, but not us. So, yeah, this is a brand new AMD pan. We're gonna, since the car has a pop undercoating underneath it, we're gonna epoxy this pan. We're gonna prep it to fit first. We're gonna prep it to fit, and once we get it to fitting in the car and ready to weld in, we're gonna take it out and we're gonna spray epoxy on it and let that dry overnight. So when we come in tomorrow, we will take this pan and put it in the car and weld it in. And then when that's all said and done, and we're done with that, we'll roll it over and put it on the lift here, and we'll undercoat this section. And then we'll dynamite the inside. We're going to dynamite the inside because we're putting AC in the car. So yeah, that's what we got. I'll show you. We'll have to cut these. We're going to have to leave the originals on us, so we're going to cut these up. Well, this part we're going to leave on the car. We're going to have to come in here and cut it about right here and scab it in on the original car. All of them. Well, yeah, all of them. Because the original ones were good at the rocker, this part. So we're just going to cut it and scab it in. Because we can't get to this part to weld it because the frame runs right here. And we're not, so that's actually a body mount hole. So there, there, and there. So the frame runs, you can't get to it. All right. Yeah, the frame runs right up through here. Right up through there. And then it starts turning in. Well, that's the back of it. It actually starts coming in this way. All right. All right, we're about ready to put the pan in. I'm gonna have to cut these off. These pieces here, which originally, okay, I'll just show you. There they are. That's cut all them off. We punched all the holes. We're gonna leave this one on because this one was completely gone on the car, and they had it boogered up. We're gonna have to do something there too with the inner rocker. We'll fix it. But we've ended up punched all our holes. Got all that taken care of. What I'm gonna go back now and do is I'm gonna cut down the side of the braces and peel this back so I can weld the inside to the car. I won't have to do no grinding, and all the welding will be on the inside. And then I'll pull this back down and weld it in. And same with all of these. I'll show you when I get done. Let me see, I'm gonna show you what we show you the inside of the frame rail. When I was talking about the patches in the frame rail. Here's our frame rail patch. Taken care of. There's our other one. Good to go. Cleaned all the dirt out of the chassis. That was fun. We just spent 30 minutes of cleaning the floor up from all the dirt come out of it. Now we're prepping. Yeah, prepping all this up for the pan now. So That's the area we got to address. I got to cut a piece of patch panel to put in there and then weld it all in. This is what I was talking about on the brackets. So we've cut them off, peeled them up. We're gonna leave that one on. We got a repair in that area right now. I'm fixing to go weld the inside rocker. See how I've got all that over there done. So about ready to set this bad boy in. Get it ready for some. Get it prepped and set in, and hopefully we'll take it out, epoxy it, rust inhibit all the stuff we can get to on the frame and the brackets and everything, and then we'll be ready to. Yeah, we'll be ready to get this put in. Mixing up some epoxy. What we're going to spray on the bottom of that floor pan. The reason why we're putting epoxy on it is because, like I said, we're going to put undercoating on it after we're done with the body. And we do have a little place to touch up that we chipped with an antenna cable. But Dad's out there wiping it down now. Guess I'll be spraying it with the old cheapo up there. Leave a good one for leave a good gun for the paint. That one for primer. 48319 is our activator. It's clear. There's our epoxy. 1:1. 1:1 ratio. You can see right here in the cup. 1:1. It's on the 4. It's on the 4. Now we're going to pour up to this next 4 right here. And this is more of a just like vinegar. See what I mean? It looks like vinegar. Woo! Neighbors going not like that probably. Pretty quick, snazzy, wasn't it? I never videoed. Y'all probably, well, I think I got a video of me doing the bed liner on the Ford truck. You can check that video a little earlier back in my day doing this. I got a few bare spots here and there. Alright, Dad's evapor rust everything. It's already starting to turn black. He's put it on everything in the car. Everything. It's already turning the frame black. Cool. And we're not really worried about it because we're going to go back and undercoat after we're done, because that's what's under the rest of the car. So might as well make this part undercoat. Alright. Yeah, boy. We're getting her set in now. We are getting her set in. This is like day 3. We have it all bolted down. New hardware. All new hardware. He's under there going to hold that one. We can't get that one started. So. Alright, here's how we get it settled down where we're ready for welding. We take self-tappers, screw everything in place, mock everything up, body bolts and everything is in their place. Pan is sitting like it's supposed to before it's welded. Now, I had a gentleman by the name of Jeff Long give me a hard time back in my younger days about using sheet metal screws to put panels together. Now, I come from the body shop side of things. This man worked at a NASCAR shop. Yeah, you can use Clecos to hang a panel and put some pop rivets in it. We don't do that here. We screw it down tight and flush, just like TIG welding. You don't need no gaps where you're plug welding because it will push the metal away from each other. Just like if you're welding up here, and this is your panel, you're welding this panel to this panel. If it's got any gap at all, what happens is the more that weld goes, the bigger it opens up. Then you get a gap. So sheet metals are your friend. Sheet metal screws are your friend in this situation. So, you know, and sometimes you may have to manipulate the floor, like I had to put a jack under here on this end and a jack over in this area to push it up. So, anyway, Jeff Long, there you go, buddy. If you ever watch my videos, I still use sheet metal screws. I always will. Well,
so I need a real little screwdriver, which is in the bottom box where you got the tape.
I have wiring trigger issues. Wouldn't trigger the gas, and sometimes it would
Smallest screwdriver you got? No, there's a small one in there. Real short one.
All right, we got her back fixed. She's burning like a champ. I like it. Looks good. Nice and tight. That's when you get them kind of welds right there. You got to barely hit them with the grinder and go on about your business. You know what I mean? Let me see if I can give you a little demonstration. Boom. Look at that. I couldn't hardly show you, could I? Alright, today we're going to try to get this thing finished up. I've got all of it pretty much welded in from this seam back. And all this will be knocked down a little bit with a grinder. And then we'll seam over, because the factory had a seam. You see where that brown is? They had a seam about yay wide covering that. So we'll probably do the same thing all the way around. I had to patch a little place there on the body to put the panel over on, so I have to clean that up with the grinder. And then, yeah, going around. I just started on this front piece. I'm having an issue. I think me tacking it back here first has caused an issue up here. Like, I can't get this to go down. I only can't see it on the camera, but see my finger can go under that. I'm working on it. Trying to screw it down. I haven't really forced that screw because I don't want to, you know, they'll strip out if you really force them. So, and I have used a nut and a bolt to pull something together. It usually takes two people to do that. If you can't get, like here, I can't get my arm around the whole car. So, all in all, the fit up looks pretty good here. I did have to patch a piece on the body here. You remember I showed y'all early in the video there was a rust hole here. I fixed that. But all in all, it's coming together pretty good. I think I'm gonna have to cut these back loose because that didn't work. And I was only gonna do one tack, but now I had to do two. So whatever, and they're good too. Man, what a day. Man, what a day. We have got it going on. She is done. This piece right here it was like that from the factory, so don't tell me I done the wrong job, because that was the way it was from the factory. Just like that. Gaps on both sides. That's the way it was. But she's in. Solid. Ready for paint, sealer, Dynamat, or Kill Mat, what we're going to use, I think. I don't know what he's got in mind, but I said Kill Mat. So, we're going to move on to the next project. He's tore the rear end down. We got to replace all the seals in it. There. There's the axle and the yoke. And yeah. So a little bit of elbow grease on the cleaning. Get it cleaned up a little bit. And we'll have that put together. I did order the wrong brakes. I hope they carry Speedway rear disc brakes for a 9-inch Ford, but he wants one with the emergency brake, and I ordered one without. So I'm gonna have to see what I can do there.